Good evening, everyone. We are going to begin very shortly. I did schedule an 8 p.m. start for this evening's showing of our race here for the S2 division at Red Bull Ring. Here we are with the corners here. Just going to give us another couple of seconds before we start really getting stuck in. You are live, you are on here now with Brum. I am your host for this evening. I am not a commentator. I am actually I'm trying to be a race driver. I'm having a go in the AM division. It's going okay. It's got better as time has gone on, but I certainly don't have any experience in streaming. I don't have any experience in commentating races or any official event. So the pressure is certainly felt by myself. I'll do my best. I'm not going to claim to be able to do a particularly good job, but I will do a job, and I will make sure that everybody is hopefully satisfied with my performance. So obviously, as always, feedback is welcome. I encourage any feedback that anybody would like to throw my way. So without a further ado, I shall get us started, and we shall take a look at the standings for where we were prior to today's event. And if I can just work out how to get to the correct screen, there we go. I have done it. Thank you very much to the team for making sure that I had the ability to at least walk in the shadow and perhaps try on the shoes of our legend. That is the in-house commentator king, Webbo Commentary, who is skiving, I believe, for lack of a better terminology. He's decided that this isn't something that he would want to do today. Instead, he would like to go and enjoy some time in some sun somewhere. and I believe he's most probably enjoying himself far more than he would be if he was to be sat at home doing this. I got to say I'm a little bit jealous. I hope he's enjoying himself. Let's start with the style of reviewing the standings. So thanks to the team for making this available to me. We have at the end of round 8. Let's start going from the let's start at the bottom, work our way up. So at the bottom here we have Hobbit 27, who I believe is Monsieur Keefe. I haven't had this confirmed, but going into round 9, they've had one race and they're there with their 2 points. Following closely behind Irish Liquid, our coach Dave Delta Racing driver there. Again, also had just the one race prior. Closely up the rear of Pumpkin, who by all accounts on these standings here has only had the one race, but still managed to place incredibly high after one race there. So credit where it's due. Then we have Sir Grinch for Brocaga at 22. Then John Pawley at Delessi on 47, who's closely chomping at the bit of Vice 87 on the Youngplact team with 49 points. Then we have our Bokerstein S2 driver Run DMC. He has 52 points, which is a fairly good, I would say, as I'm a little bit biased, obviously. I think he's doing a phenomenal job. It's just like that, and that's just the way it is. Okay, so I'm going to be biased. Christo, a late joiner to the league. Actually, we did briefly have him as a reserve for us over on the AIM division. I was very much sorry to see him go. Phenomenal sportsmanship I'd experienced in conjunction with our performance way back in, was it Brazil? I think it was Brazil. Fantastic driver. Sorry to have seen him gone, but it looks as though he's found his feet over at Mega Racing. Sat there comfortably at the end of round 8 in 8th position. Next, then we have Liquid Gecko on Kimmy's with 54. So looks really, I think, is that technically a tied position for 7th? And does that mean that everybody is actually 1 point higher than I've said they are? Who cares, right? I am only doing this on a one-off to cover Webbo. So if I'm wrong, please forward your complaints to the usual address. And if you don't know where that is, that's unfortunate. Liquid Gecko at 54. Closely behind our other S2 Bokerstein driver, Nintendo, who has 56 points going into round 9, who is closely behind Jalhouse Chris at Coach Dave Delta Racing with 58 points. Then we have Amac 12 on Kimmy's with 61 points. And then as we get into the top 3, it is Jose at Brocaga with 94, really leading the pack there, 30 odd points ahead. It's going to be a challenge to catch up at this point now. And then in second place we have Empire, who it appears wasn't present for the round 8, but is still holding strong, 44 points ahead of the closest position there in second place. And then leading the division only by 2 points at this stage, V8 Eater on the Mega team. Really having a sterling performance all the way through the season there. Look at that. That is a phenomenal standard that they have set for, ideally, us all to follow. But we're not quite doing as well. Personally, I'm not. But I think everybody is giving it their all, and I think they're doing a fantastic job. So let's now get the stream going, and let's get the next part of this. So as you can probably tell, this is definitely my first time, so let's get that up there. And now what should be happening is the window that I want to be showing should be on the screen. So if I just do that, it looks as though it's not showing. I was expecting there to be some technical issues, so this is fine. I'm just going to click some buttons for a minute until what I want to see comes back on the screen. I did manage to find a fudge for it earlier on. That hasn't worked there, so let's see what I have done. I am still connected. I still have that up there. What's going on here then? Apologies, I was expecting there to be some technical difficulties, so let's see what I've done here. Let's go there, and I think Have I got it? I did actually spend a great deal of time ahead of us going live, making sure that everything was up and running. If you are a follower of the SVR racing channel, you may well have been pinged by me as I was making sure that I had all the settings correct. But it does appear that there has been a technical difficulty, so I'm just going to continue trying to freestyle a little bit here while I get the stream to come back up. So of course this would happen when we go live. So what I'm going to do is very quickly just stop the remote play app. Yes, let's do that. Okay, and then I am going to pick it back up. So let's get rid of just the blank screen. Hey, let's put something on there. Let's put how about the track? Let's get familiar with the track while we're waiting for this. There we go. We'll just put that up there and put that there. This is going fantastic, isn't it? This is going so well. This is what happens when you try and show off. I thought, yeah, I can work out this new streaming thing. I'm sure it'll be fine. And then I've found myself sat talking to myself quite a lot this evening. I want to make sure that the sound and everything is working okay. I now realise I haven't actually checked to make sure that you guys can hear me. I'm assuming that there are people viewing. If there is anybody viewing, if they want to maybe just pop a little message in the comments there just to confirm that the audio is coming through and you've not been sat there awkwardly for 12 minutes while I'm just sat in my lounge talking to myself and not being heard. So no comments as yet. I'm hoping that I can actually be heard. Your audio is good. Thank you, Pumpkin. I appreciate that. Right. Okay. I'm working on fixing this. I am sorry. Let's get this going now. Let's go remote play. There he is. Come on. I've got stage fright as well, but you've at least got to do your job, mate. Come on now. It was always going to happen, though, wasn't it? It was always going to happen. You leave it to amateurs and know what happens. Okay, right. That does look better. That looks like we might be getting somewhere. Let's move that out of the way. I'm going to move that over there. I'm going to drag that up there. And then I'm going to click that button. And I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to go back to there. And it should. Yeah! Ta-da! I'm not stupid. I actually work in IT. So fortunately, when I need tech support, I just talk to myself. So what I'm going to do now is just make everybody sick for a second. Maybe look away if you're a little bit of the sicky persuasion. If you're somebody that gets a bit unwell from a moving window, then maybe shut your eyes. There we go. We're set. Okay, right. So now I need my notes. Let me just grab my notes. This is going so well, so well. Let's just grab this. I've put it on the wrong window, haven't I? So, okay. Let me just make sure that this is all working. Is that doing that? That's doing that. Brilliant, brilliant. Looks like we're good to go. Now, there is a little chance that in the course of us firing this off and hitting go, there may be a situation whereby my audio isn't as loud as it needs to be. If that does happen, I guess we're going to find out. I'm going to just click that button on there so that that is correct. No, that's what I want. Okay, right. Enough of the flapping. I think we're there. I think we're good. Okay, right. Oh, look, you can see the mouse. You don't want that. Good. Okay. So here we are then. Let's get the full screen stuff on there. So we are going to be here for 35 laps. Hold on to your butts. Let's mix it up. Let's start from the back. We did that on the stand-in, so let's do it here. We have heading up the rear, making sure everybody in front is all present and accounted for. Irish Liquid. I have got notes. I've written my notes down. Where are my notes gone? Irish Liquid is a Coach Dave Delta driver. Now, I would have just used the right thumbstick there and looked around the car, but it doesn't seem to be working for me. I can do it if I press it right or left and then go to the next vehicle. That might be a bit of a cheat, but there you go. Look, that happens. It's just a bit weird. I don't know what's going on. But there we are. In the Coach Dave Delta there, we've got Irish Liquid sat just behind Nintendo in 13. Monsieur Keefe is, I believe, our Hobbit 27. Or 72. I'm not going to go and check because I've already made a mess of this already. Monsieur Keefe there then in 12th, closely behind Vice 187. Is that Jan Placht? I believe that's Jan Placht. That's yeah. So the two Jan Plachts there in close proximity, keeping close with their buddies. Then up in front of them is Sir Grinch in the Brokaga machine. Look at that for a vehicle. That is some livery. I like all the little Hector nod you've got there, the little lines going across. That's some good art. Whoever's done that, well done, good work. Liquid Gecko in the Kimmies. Big fan of the Kimmies liveries. Look at these. Look at that. Like that. Lots of colours. Very again, a very good job. Love that very much. Jailhouse Chris in the red, and is this that is also a Coach Dave Delta. I know I've said this earlier, but I've got a bit of stage fright, so I'm forgetting everything I've already said. I'm going to forget that anybody's watching, and I'm just going to pretend that I'm talking to myself. Pumpkin in the DeLacy. Now that is a clean look at that. I do like a white race car. That does look very nice. Very envious of that. Christo in the Mega, the black and the red, really nice contrast there. Amak in the Kimmies, John P in the DeLacy, Run DMC in the Bodkastine. I've spent many a time practicing how to pronounce that word. I probably just butchered it. Sorry, sponsors. I'm doing my best. I'm not very good at this. And then there is Jose Cervantes in the Brokaga machine. And as we have leading up the division, leading up the standings, leading up the qualifying startup, we have V8 Eater. So we now come to the penultimate moment where it is time for us to go live. This is probably going to go even worse than it has on the intro. I'm going to just do my best, and we're just going to see how it goes, eh? So I'm not going to steal anybody else's trademarked terminology. We're going to try and freestyle it myself. So we're going to wait for the lights here. It is a wet day. It was, I think, surprisingly wet. I know that there were a few surprises across various races due to the moisture level was maybe a little higher than perhaps the majority were prepared for, but a challenge. We do love a challenge. Just have a little look at the comments. Sir Grinch, thank you, sir. Thank you. Voice is good. Success, all good. And Yank, good to have you here. I'm glad you're here. I feel supported. Thank you very much. Let's go for it. Let's press the button. I'm going to press the button. Let's go back to the start and hold on to your butts, guys. So a strong start there. Oh, yeah, and we do have a little bit of chaos there at the back. Who was that? We've got a little bit of an issue there with Irish Liquid. Probably just gave it a little bit too much beans at the beginning, and you know what happens when you have too many beans. Things maybe don't always go to plan. I'm seeing some stuff in the comments that the quality might be a little off. If I can just keep an eye on the comments if there is any suggestions on how to improve the quality. I'm not sure I may have made a mistake somewhere. We certainly don't want to be going forward with a 480p quality. If I can get an update as soon as possible, guys, if that does improve, if it's for everybody, then I'll need to go and obviously revisit and have a clean up and see what's going on. But as we've gone through the first set of corners, Jose is now leading up the pack, followed closely by V8, right on the heels there. And look at the mist coming off the back. That really gets your sense of speed. And these corners, my God, I thought that we were going through these at a pace in the AN division. I'll raise voice level a little bit. I'm going to maybe speak up a little bit, move the mic closer to my mouth. Let me know if I'm a little bit louder now. I'm thinking that I should be. Jose is still leading the pack, doing a fantastic job here as he goes into lap 2. Still followed closely by V8 Ita. As you can see, he is on that overtake button as ahead, just to get 480 for me as well. Game audio is drowning out your audio pretty heavy as well. Okay, let's try and test. Sorry guys, I am, as you can tell, a complete noob. Let's turn down that maybe. Does that work better? I'm going to turn myself up a little bit. I don't want to be drowning things out. I don't want to be ruining it. I don't want it to be just me that you hear, because we're here for the racing, we're not here for me. And unfortunately there is a little bit of a delay, so I'm not, there we go, much better, much better. Okay, sounds like we're good. Okay, so hopefully I'm not too loud, as we are now into, well, we're making our way through now. Lap 2, Jose still holding strong at the front there, but V8 Ita, as you can see, is chomping at the bit. He is drinking down that mist at pace. He is a thirsty boy, and he doesn't want to leave any scraps for anybody else that may be behind him. And who is behind him? We've got Run DMC there. He's just managed to unfortunately pick himself up a half-second penalty, but these track limits are quite unforgiving throughout the track. Certainly thought that myself in some of our practicing through the weeks upcoming. I was certainly finding a lot of frustration in various corners, particularly this one actually. As we come through, yep, that is a hell of a corner. Well done, the Bokerstein, Pride of Bokerstein there, Run DMC, showing what it takes to really take control of a slippy backside. And what you need to do to be able to smack it back into control, and I think he's done a fantastic job. Kept on the track, didn't go into the wall. We've still got the battle going strong at the front there. Jose and V8 Ita are heading up the pack. We've got a gnat's whisker of time. I can't see the gap. There's probably some data somewhere that I'm not seeing. I could go and maybe complicate matters for myself a little more and see if I can find out that data, but let's maybe have a go at that next time. If I pass probation and we end up having another session, then maybe we'll have another look at that. A 1:17 for lap 3 as we go into lap 4. Absolutely phenomenal entry into turn 1, and let's go and have a look now, shall we, at the middle of the pack. Grinch has now made his way up into 4th place, followed closely by Christo in 5th. Pumpkin making that white look so damn good. Look at that. Liquid Gecko coming through in the Kimmies, followed closely by Jailhouse Chris. Vice on hot on the tails. Then we have Amac, Monsieur Keith, John P, Nintendo coming through in the beautiful blue, and then Irish Liquid there making his turn 1. This is a very challenging track, and particularly with the wet weather, really feel for that unfortunate start there. Very wet track. Really good job to have kept control enough, and as you can see, it doesn't look as though, as far as I can tell from the screen I'm looking at, it doesn't look like they've got any damage. So Irish Liquid, well done there for maintaining control enough to avoid the barriers, because I know all too well how devastating that can be. If we go back to the front of the pack, Jose still leading, doing a fantastic job there of fending off V8 Ita. And what has happened there? That isn't V8 Ita. Oh no. Oh, V8 Ita. Oh no, what's happened? Let's go back. There's the penalty. We come into the final corners. A little bit out onto the curb, it's quite wet. Maybe gave it a little bit too much beans. Yeah, a little bit too many beans. That's it, too many beans. Oh mate, I feel for you, I do. But well done for that is good etiquette. That's what we want to see. You bin it, and you get yourself lined up. Wait for the gang to go by, and yeah, wait for your opportunity to get back in. And good show, old boy. Well done. Sorry to see that you've fallen from the front and dropped back down there, but you love a challenge, I know you do. We've got Nintendo just closely behind there then in the P13. Fantastic entry into turn 1. Really looks as though the vehicles are, with the weight of these vehicles, they're sat nicely as they go in, and I'm sure that there's probably some some truly profound tunes going on to make sure they're getting the absolute best out of the aero and the downforce that they can possibly get. Brutal track, really brutal track, but everybody seems to be doing a particularly good job, I will say. Jose kicking up more moisture there for Run DMC. It doesn't look like he's as thirsty as V8 Eater, but still plenty of time to see what his appetite looks like into that final corner. Very well done, very clean going through there as we're closing out lap 5, and at the start of lap 6 now, it is Jose leading the pack still after the 5 laps, followed by Run DMC, and then Sir Grinch now up into 3rd place, Christo in 4th, Pumpkin coming through turn 1 in 5th place, and Jailhouse there making his entry. Fantastic line through that corner there, Chris, well done. Liquid Gecko in the Kimmies, Vice 187, Amac, Monsieur Keith, John P, Nintendo, there's your boy, and V8 Eater has gone into the pits. Looks as though they're going to make a change. I wonder if they're going to go onto the softs maybe to maybe pick up some of that pace that they've lost, unfortunately, through the slight bin that he had a little taste of. He's gone on to the mediums. I would imagine that is a tactical decision from V8 Eater. He's binned the wet tire, the wet track tires. I'd imagine because he's got a bit of a taste for the moisture now. He's had enough of that. He doesn't want to be spoiling his dinner. He wants to now get a bit of traction and fly back up through the ranks, hopefully. Run DMC doing us proud in Bocastein, now into P1. Where has Jose gone? That's Jose, what happened, mate? Let's go back, let's see. Another victim of, what is this? That, oh my god, that does look really unfortunate. What's happened? Maybe he was reading the banner overhead, wasn't paying attention, just maybe thinking about a driving experience day at the ring. Oh no, so maybe it was a last minute decision to pop into the pit. Unfortunately, there looks to have been maybe perhaps a minor misjudgment, but he's having a taste of the grass. I hear that in Austria they take good care of their grass, so I'm sure that is fantastically nutritious. It's probably going to be setting him nicely for the remaining 28 laps. I'm not a maths magician, so I might be wrong. Don't really care, to be honest. Let's go and have a look now and see how the rest of the pack are doing. Jailhouse is now up into 5th, Pumpkin's in 4th, Christo's in 3rd, Sir Grinch chasing down that P1 behind Run DMC, our Berkestein pride there. And let's have a look now, see where we are in the middle of the pack. Jose is in 6th, Liquid Gecko closely behind, Vice 187 following through. AMAC, there we go with the beautiful Kimmy's purple. Monsieur Keith, look at that, love that. Nintendo here we come now. As we come into, what corner are we? I think that is T1. Yeah, that is T1. Very safe through T1. Those intermediate tyres looking like they've had a bit of a slap. They're shedding some weight. Maybe they've been on the injections. I don't know. But they're flying through the grip, and it may be approaching time to change the compound. He's kicking up some of that mist. He's obviously sharing that with the racer behind. He's not quite there quick enough to get a mouthful. But I'm sure there'll be plenty of opportunities to get a little bit of moistening of the lips once he gets the hammer down. V8 Eater coming through now onto this rather challenging part of the track. Actually, it's a bit deceiving. That line, particularly in the AN, I found it's not as I would have expected it to have been. I found that I needed to really hit that one home, but perhaps I could have hit it home a little better, because clearly my performance wasn't as good as I would have liked it to have been. But here we go. Every day's a school day. Every round a new lesson. V8 Eater 13, 14 has got Irish Liquid, and what's happened there? We've got a penalty, or is that he's yielded? What's happened there? Is that a giving back a position? Let's go and check. Oh, how did we pick up the penalty there, mate? Something's gone awry there with the pit exit, is it? Is that some kind of technical issue? Is that an inputs problem? Is that something maybe with Oh no. Oh mate. Well, I'm sure you're going to have plenty of opportunity. My cat has just decided to come in and see what I'm doing. You're going to need to leave me alone. I'm very busy. People are watching. Go away. Right now, Irish Liquid. Go back up and see who is leading up the pack. It is Run DMC. It's like that. Oh, oh, fantastic recovery. Let's have let's go on board and see how he managed that one. It is that slippy track, and that grip is starting to fall away from the tyres as we come through. And it's a bit of power, a quick snap back, and he saved it. Slow and steady wins the race, buddy. Absolutely. Let's get back to a wide angle, see these beautiful Berkestein colours come through there under the banner. Red Bull Ring driving experiences, if that's of interest, go and obviously visit the website. So Grinch there in the beautiful contrast of the black and the green as we are approaching the final. Is that no? We're coming through. There we go. I'm just obviously not familiar enough with the track heads-up display. That was actually the run into lap 9. A great entry into turn 1. Christo has pitted. Christo is currently on the intermediates. I would hazard a guess that it's more than likely we're going to see probably a switch to the mediums, I would have thought, and maybe then at the end get that sprint on the softs. Is that something that we do here in the S2? I don't know. Oh, we're back onto the intermediates. Okay. Oh no, we are on the mediums. There we are. And okay, yeah, out of the pit. I wonder if is that a technical issue that the drivers are having, or is that a conscious decision to just enter slowly onto the track and get the tyres warm beforehand? I don't drive at this level, so I don't know from experience. We've now seen a couple of drivers come through out of the pits that look as though they've had a little bit of a problem getting away, but who knows? I certainly don't. V8 Eater there closely behind Christo, and Jose has now found himself in the 9th position. I'd imagine after taking the battering that he did with the bin job, it looks as though he may have gone into for some repairs. I've quite obviously missed that. Apologies for overlooking that. Really got to take my hat off to Webbo at this stage. Really got a lot of respect for just how many things that you need to be thinking about and how many points of information that you need to be on the ball of. There we are. See, like I've missed that Liquid Gecko's picked up a penalty. Is it worth us having a look? Let's have a look. We're at 12:17. Let's see if we can find where the penalty came from. Okay, it's again coming out of the pits. I wonder if we've got maybe yeah, something going on there with the pits for sure. No comment on that one. It's above my pay grade, but let's get back on board. There we are. Liquid Gecko coming through the turns. I did actually have a whole thing ready for me to know what all the turns were and all the names and everything, but now we're going live. I'm not going to complicate things for myself too much and try and read as well as watch and speak and breathe. I'm going to end up passing out. Vice follow closely, also has managed to pick up a 3-second. I'm going to assume that is unfortunately due to the issue on the pits. Just getting some of the comments here. We do have, see, thank you Pumpkin and Grinch. For some reason the pit exit ghost was weird for the race. Exit speeds varied greatly between drivers. And so Grinch says that coming out of the pits on slicks, it puts you on wet track. Because it wasn't challenging enough, clearly. Vice there with fantastic control through turn 1 on lap 10 now. So Grinch has just pitted. He's gone on, well, it's almost as though he knew that this was coming up soon. I'm going to make a bet. I wonder if they're going to be going onto the mediums. Pumpkin's also come in. Oh, look at that. Jailhouse managed to turn invisible. I'm going to have to reach out to him, I think, privately to see how he can do that. That looks like that could be of some benefit if we can apply that on demand. I would like to just, disappear and then pop up at the front of the pack. So Jailhouse, interesting. Okay. So Jailhouse is not only a prison guard. By all accounts, it appears that he may also be a magician. And the team there, phenomenal job of changing the tyres. Look at how efficient that was. I think if we had an estimate, that was probably in the region of somewhere in the 1.6 seconds for that change. I made that up. I've got nothing to base that on. Let's go and see what's going on at the front. So Grinch has his 3 second. Let's just assume there's definitely going to be a case of the pit exit. Unfortunately, seems to be giving everybody a stern bite on the rear, and just making sure everybody's got just that little extra sprinkling of challenge as they go through the later corners. Because who doesn't love a 3 second penalty? V8 ITA has resumed their position at the oh Grinch, oh mate. This track is just, it takes no prisoners. Well, actually, no, yeah, it is taking prisoners. It's letting them back out again. But yeah, we've seen many a victim fall to the mercy of these slippy corners. Yeah, he's just that looks like there's some damage to the front there. Oh mate, oh the humanity. Oh mate, oh I'm not gonna air you like this. I know I think you were a reserve for this one. I'm not sure. I may be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But no one wants to see that. That hurts my soul, mate. I'm going to stop looking at that now. Oh no! And who else is this now? Who's done that? Who's that? What's happened? Where are they gone? Oh, it's Irish Liquid. Oh mate, it's just the wet, isn't it? This wet is unforgiving. Oh, I see what's happened. Look. As we would expect from this level of this standard of driving, we see an obstacle coming up ahead, and he has done the noble thing and decided to bin it. Although, was it a bit of understeer? I'm going to say it was a noble, definitive choice that he made to minimise any potential chance for collision with the vehicle ahead. So good on you, Irish Liquid, for doing that. Sorry to see that you'd binned it there. But we jump back up to the front of the pack, and V8 ITA has resumed. They've taken the throne back. Run DMC is now in third. Jose is in the second position, just coming out of turn 1 as they make that approach down through to turn 2 there. That slight left apparently is actually a turn. I would have thought that's more of a maybe a crescent, but then I think this is T3. It might be T4. I did try and remember them all before we started, but it's quite nerve-wracking actually when you know you've got to go and stream something on the internet for people all over the world to watch. I used to do a bit of drama. I used to love a bit of karaoke, but this is my hands are wet, guys. I'm actually getting sweaty palms. So as much as I may be coming across with this cool, calm demeanour, I am actually terrified that we're gonna bin the standard, and Webbo's gonna come back to basically everything's on fire, and that there's riots in the streets because of the appalling job that Brum was allowed to do unsupervised. That's led to just chaos in the streets potentially. So hopefully we can keep things calm enough for the next 22 laps, and we don't find ourselves on national news due to my unacceptable conduct for this quite clearly an amateur having a go at a pro gig here. So V8 ITA then back at the front. Oh no, what's happened there? Lost a little bit. I don't know if that was maybe either was he a little heavier on the brakes through the corner just to make sure he didn't bin it, or is that, let's get the inputs up, what's happening here? Big heavy on the brake. I wonder if that is maybe just a misjudge of the apex, but AMAC is right there. AMAC, I see. I thought for a minute AMAC had done something amazing and pulled up into second, but they're just keeping V8 ITA on his toes as he goes through now into this really quite more technically challenging corner than certainly I was expecting it to be. Many dynamics to it, many weight shifts. You account for one shift of weight on the vehicle, and then before you know it, you've got another. You just want to make sure then that you're managing the throttle as you come out. All kinds of considerations needed to get through these really quite technical corners. But phenomenal job coming through that final corner onto the straight as he finishes out lap 13 into 14. And let's take a wide view here. V8 ITA in first position, followed again closely by Jose in the Bracaga. Liquid Gecko then in third position, again just coming under the banner for Red Bull driving experiences. Must be a fantastic day out. Red Bull driving experience at the Red Bull Ring. I'm going to have a sip of Red Bull because I actually opened this before the stream in the hope that I could quite proudly say that I'm sucking down my Red Bull. We're at the Red Bull, all the stuff about Red Bull, and I haven't even had a swig. hold on to your butts, boys, because now I get this, you know, these B numbers and the E numbers and the sugar and the caffeine. We might end up in an auction situation. I might start pricing up the drivers. Oh, it's a lovely taste, isn't it? We're stuck on lap 13. Okay. Well, right. What's happened? What's happened, guys? Oh, it looks like it might have caught up. What's happened? What's happened? What's going on? I'm also now looking at the stream, and it does look like it may have actually caught back up, but I'm going to get confirmation from the chat before we push on. I have hit pause. Does everybody see the pause? Do you know what? I work in IT. I'm going to do a turn it off and on again. I'm going to just do that. I'm going to do that. Yeah, I do see V8 Eater frozen on the screen. Let's have a look. What's going on here? What's going on? Remote play. Select the window, mate. That's the one we want. There we go. Sorry about that. I am looking at the comments, but perhaps not as frequent as I need to be. So there we are. And this is just another reason why Webbo deserves as much respect as he is. There we go. There it is. All good. Good. Right. Okay. If we guys were stuck on 13, let's jump back then. Let's go back. Let's go to 13 and pick back up with Liquid Gecko. Okay. Right. Let's hit play. Okay. On board with Liquid Gecko as we come into turn 1. Good approach, good entry, good out, good exit. Little bit of mist. Pumpkin doesn't look like he's that thirsty. He's had a little sip. Run DMC looks like he might be a little thirstier. We're going out at look at this, 160 miles an hour, and not even giving it full send. We're coming through these corners at 70, 60. Oh, there we are. A little bit of traction loss there. And then we are back down with Monsieur Keith up into 6th, followed closely by Nintendo. Jailhouse Chris coming up in 8th there, doing quite well, I will say. Sir Grinch chasing him down. Oh, mate. Oh, wow. Fantastic recovery there. Let's have a look, see what that was like from on board as we're coming through that corner. Bit of beans. Yeah, good. Looks great. Bit of overtake, trying to catch up. I wonder if he's got a bit of mist in his mouth. And that's just, maybe he's gone, and he's doing that. Oh, look at that. Oh, mate. Need a bit of yank with his soundboard there. That was prime for a you know what. I don't know if it's a copyright strike. Oh, mate. Oh, mate. Oh, mate. Oh, my God. Well done, mate. Well done. Wow. Remind me to get a fresh pair of pants after the stream. Christo chasing up the rear there. That looks like a very aggressive fly through turn. What's that? Turn something under there. Done pretty well. John P coming up closely behind here. Amac then into P13. Irish Liquid consistent throughout here. But I will say has certainly demonstrated some fantastic control of the vehicle, where we've seen some challenging points, may we say, in this wet, high-speed track, which is certainly pushing, I think, all of the drivers to their limits as to what they're able to deliver. Turn 1, V8 Eater just making it look like it's another day at the office, no drama at all. And I'm just looking at my screen. It does look as though we might have had a bit of a delay again. I'm waiting for some of the comments to kick off that it's frozen, but no one said anything yet, so I'm going to carry on as we are. Jose into 2nd position. Liquid Gecko climbing out into their 16th lap as they make their way through. Oh no, sorry, the 15th lap. I obviously misjudged that one there. Right, okay. P4, Pumpkin. Run DMC chasing up. Really like the colour of that helmet. That does look very, very nice. I don't know if it's the overcast, but I think it's a nice matte, a nice sheen. Oh mate, sorry, that's probably my fault. Talking about your helmet, taking a bit of a whack on the front there. That's going to be problematic. Bit of spin, kicking up some mist. Monsieur said, no thank you mate, I'm full for the minute, I'm going to get ahead and you can have some of mine. Nintendo is offering up some of his mist for Run DMC to maybe replenish his stocks from having spilled out that much from the spinning of the wheels back there. But look at the boys there, doing us proud, pairing it up through that corner. Nintendo was, I don't know if that looks as though that maybe a tactical, go on Run DMC, take it back. It's like that, mate. There you go. But Nintendo demonstrating some fantastic control through those corners. Very well done. Vice 187 following closely behind. Sir Grinch now down into 9th as we come into that long left-hander. Is that the long left-hander? Am I just chatting rubbish? It is kind of a long left-hander. It's 2 left-handers, so it's kind of long. That roar on that is something. These vehicles do make a rather orchestral roar. It certainly it tickles something within us to hear these machines play their funky music to us. We've got Christo there coming through into lap 16, approaching turn 1, very late on the brakes, very well done there. I certainly personally would have braked a lot earlier, but I'm not as good of a driver as Christo is, so perhaps maybe I need to pay more attention to the pros and see if there's anything that I can pick up. John P coming up into, where are we? They are out of turn 1. They are coming into turn 2 there under the banner. The tomatoes, if you're interested in tomatoes, you can apparently go and maybe have a link up with the track managers at Red Bull, and they'll link you up with their supplier. AMAC there, I thought it looked as though AMAC maybe have had a bit of a problem there with the rain starting to come down, but no, they've hung on to it. Jailhouse, was that a bit of mist I see kicked up? Was that what happened there? Was that a nearly bin, or was that maybe a bit of a Tokyo drift? Oh yeah, it's wet, it's moist, boys. It's a very wet one. Jose says thank you mate, I'll just fly by. Let's just go and see where we are. Oh mate, oh, you don't want to see that, dear. What's happened, mate? What's happened? Let's see what happened. That mate, I've never seen anyone do a J-turn in one of them. You have just done what I didn't think was possible. Let's see what happened. Oh, he's coming out of the pits. Oh, he's come out of the pits. It's obviously done something to him, and he's give it some. He's lost the back. Oh, and he's got a penalty as well. Oh, mate. J-turn, nice. Oh, mate. V8 Eater is now chasing down P11. John P is probably having a little bit of a squeaky bum as he sees the monster that is V8 Eater coming up behind him. He does the right thing, let him pass. There's no point fighting. You're just gonna get eaten, aren't you? Really? If you don't want that breathing down your neck. And I think actually, did John pit? Oh, mate. Oh, just an absolute. Just carnage, this track. Let's see. I wonder maybe if the nerves of V8E are breathing down your neck was maybe just a little bit too much to bear. He's just trying to yield. He's adjusted his line a little there. Oh, he's tried to go for the pit, mate. Oh mate. Oh mate. Oh mate. This track, mate. My goodness me. Sorry to see that, John. Really am. Let's catch up with the rest of the pack. Jailhouse in P12 now. John P's obviously in the pits. Did his little ballerina move on the way in there. I'm going to give you 6 out of 10 for that one, mate, because I do think it was an improv move. I don't think you rehearsed that one, so I'll give it to you. Maybe with a little bit more. A few more pirouettes in practice, maybe that would be a little bit more smoother going in on your spin into the pit there. But you feel, oh, what's this now? What's this? Who's that? Who was that? Who's this? Is that everyone? It's happening everywhere. Vice has binned it. Who else has binned it? Christo binned it. Oh my goodness me. Let's just go and have a look at the front. We've got V8 Eater. Is he binning it? Everyone's binning it. What's happening? What's going on here? V8 Eaters comes through. He's coming into the first big left hand.
Is it just traction, bit of understeer? He's just not quite got it, and yeah, just ended up having a little munch on the grass. We'd commented earlier about we know Austria takes great care of their grass, particularly at Red Bull Ring. Looks as though it's not done him any harm. He's straight back there. He's just taking it in his stride. Off he goes. Off he goes. He's not pitting. He's got pretty good amount of tread on the tyres. Got about, what's that, 45% left in the tank. He's probably not going to be pitting for a while. Jose flying through here. Where are we? He's just come up behind Sir Grinch there. Sir Grinch, good job, buddy. Moving over there, letting Jose come through, because I don't think Jose is going to take any prisoners. If you're in his way, it's your fault. You're just going to have to move. Jose coming through, closing out. Lap 19 into the start of lap. Now, hang on. Is he in lap 19 now? Or is he just finishing lap 19 and it's on lap 20? Who knows? It looks like it's lap 19. Let's say it's lap 19. What's going on there in front? That's, who's that? That would have been someone. Is that trying to, Pumpkin, is that Pumpkin trying to just get a bit of, don't know, I might be getting the wrong one there. Someone was shaking it up a little bit. Was it our guy? Was it Run DMC? He's got a penalty. Is that coming out the pits? These pits really feel for you, gents. This must have been quite frustrating. Well, doing us proud though. Bergstein boys, we're proud of you. Holding down 6th position there. Good line into turn 3. Bit of spin, bit of mist. VAE, it says thank you very much. I can do that as well. But anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you, because he is behind him, but also simultaneously ahead of him. I've just looked at the comments and I'm seeing we are all still on 21:42. So I've just been chatting away for 23 minutes. I am sorry. Let's go back to 21:42. I'm sorry, everyone. It's quite odd. I've got my little laptop here next to me, and I'm just looking at my telly. So I'm just gonna shoot it back to 21:42. And you can see all the chaos. Let's just make sure that the stream has caught up. Let me just go back over technical difficulties. Oh, it's a good job I work in IT, isn't it? The amount of people I speak to on the daily who ask me things about things that, between you and me, I don't always know the answer. But I just make it sound like I do know the answer, and I'm very confident in what I say, even if I don't actually believe that what I'm saying is the solution. I just say the words just to instill calm in those that require it at the time that they speak to me. I'm clearly just chatting absolute tosh now, just while I get the screen to catch up. There we go. That looks as though it's fixed it. Okay, right. Let's get the show back on the road. You rejoin us at 21:43. Phil, I'm hoping your imagination is doing justice to the pure carnage that I witnessed by myself here and described to you. So it was 21:42. We are at 21:43. You're just going to have to take my word for it that other second just isn't really worth watching, to be honest. There wasn't much that you've missed out on. So I'm just going to hit resume now, and away we go with VAE at the front. On board then, 3rd gear coming up. And here we are. We are coming under the, what banner is this? Happy Day. Have your happy day. I think there were many on the Red Bull race that felt that perhaps it wasn't necessarily a happy day for them. Due to various reasons. I would say that the majority of those reasons would involve the rain. I think that everybody in light of the circumstances has done fantastically. There we are, there we go, and I've just seen on the mini map there we had a fatality. Not quite a fatality. What happened there? Grinch has picked up a 1.5 second penalty. Where was that? Was that here? I think that might have been here. Is that a bit of a line? Is that a racing track limits violation there? Oh yeah, there we go. Sorry, Grinch. There we are. Just aired you out for everybody. 1.5 second penalty for your misstep there. But to your credit, it's a wet track, mate. You've got damage on the front end. You're not getting the downforce you need to go through there. So can't really blame you for that. But this is where it's really gone wrong. As we go into the pit lane, what is going on? What is going on with that pit lane? How is that acceptable? How is it that the Red Bull track management is allowing such moisture to be sat on the track floor? Maybe we can look at all these guys that are just there. They just stood there. Surely, look, see those guys on the right? Surely one of them can go out with a sweepie and sweep up some of the moist off the track, because it's a hazard. It's dangerous. John Peers also followed into the pits there, closely behind Sir Grinch. I'm hoping he's had a better entry. Oh, mate. Oh, nah. Oh, mate. And there we are. That beautiful white and red. Oh, mate. I mean, style points for days, mate. You are banking the points. Maybe stuck the landing a little bit there. Maybe could have done without slapping your back end against the wall. But look at the lack of traction on the pit lane there as we come into the pits. He's got his 48 litres, or is that 48%? Don't know. I'm not going to go and check right now because I'm finding it hard enough just continuously talking. Irish Liquid, he's picked up a penalty. Oh mate, I'm gonna assume it's probably track. Sorry, it's gonna be pit. Oh no, mate! Oh no, mate! Oh no! What happened? What happened? Let's go back. What's happened? Oh, is that a little bit of contact? Oh no! What was this, Vice? Let's have a look. Oh mate. Oh, it's all happening. Vice there. He's on the edge, and it's just a loss of. Is that just a loss of traction and a bit of the beans? Too many beans. Absolute carnage. Slapped up Irish as he comes through. He's having a bad day anyway. Pumpkins managed to dodge, but he's already got himself 3 seconds, probably again for pits. But Monsieur Keefe somehow making it through unscathed. Very well done, Monsieur. Oh my goodness me, traffic building up. Pumpkins slowing down for Irish. Irish is just. Oh my God! Look at this. Christo has binned it again, and this isn't a skill issue. Christo is a fantastic driver. We are the S2 division here. These are some of the best standards of racing that you could possibly witness, and just the number of bins that we're seeing. I think that actually may have been the point that we lost Christo there. I know there was some talk that Christo didn't finish. Christo, I'm sorry to see that, mate. You were having a good race. The track's just I nearly did an expletive. I'm going to hold my tongue because I am on obviously the official channel here. We are on the Bald-Headed Ones channel, where we say all kinds of things over there, or on the Twitch, Bald-Headed One Twitch, we say things that we won't get into here, but it's all in good fun. It's all love. I say things purely for them to be funny. I don't mean to offend anyone. So if ever anybody does see a stream of mine and I say something that upsets you, then send me an email. You can probably find that somewhere, and I'll deactivate it. VAT is in P1 as we're in lap 19. Jose, lap 19. Jose in P2. He's chasing down behind Sir Grinch there. Liquid Gecko is slurping up some of that mist left behind by John P. Look at that purple. That is hell of a livery. I do enjoy that one. Nintendo, it's your boy. He's really ragging them intermediates down to the bone. Do not let this driver get first in line at any barbecue session where there's going to be ribs. Because I would be willing to bet good money that there will be nothing left, and you may witness something that perhaps you're not ready for. Maybe want to. Oh, we're stuck again. Oh, we stuck again. I've been nattering for 2 minutes. 23:41, boys. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I'm going to try and. I don't know what's going on. It might be my network. I've got a new internet provider recently. I've already raised a couple of complaints. I might have to raise another one. I might get you all to co-sign it. Let's go over to the broadcasting solution here. Let's just go and tinker with the buttons again. Sorry about this. This is just how it goes when you leave an amateur to go and have a go at what should only be done by professionals. There we are. It looks like we're back. Okay. We're picking back up at 23:40. We are on board with Nintendo in P4 as they're coming out of, they're coming into turn 2. Heavy on the approach for turn 3. Getting all the way out wide. Just pushing the limits of the track there. Keeps it in. And gets a pretty good line out of not a terrible exit as we come out of T3. Is it T3? I'm not going to check, but I tell you what, I am biased obviously, but the designers have done just an absolute stand-up job on these whips. Look at that. We're flying without wings, but we have got wings to show. Just love the contrast of the inclusion of the black. It works lovely with the tyres. The layered of the Birkenstein logo there, I think is fantastic. I can't recall who has done this fantastic design job, so I'm not going to name names, but whomever that was, you should be proud, and I'm sure that you are. I love that Birkenstein on the back. You know who you're messing with just from looking at the rear. There's no confusion. And we're stuck at 23:58, so everybody's been looking at Nintendo for about a minute, and I'm sure you'll agree that that does look like a very good car. I am sorry this keeps happening. I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's the wife. Maybe the wife is watching some high quality streaming content upstairs. I did ask her to leave me alone while I'm doing this because I don't want any unnecessary distractions. And if I'm honest, I do find the wife to be quite distracting. I actually on occasion have to ask her to leave the room because I've got to do work. I've got to get things done. So yeah, I'm going to say that she's probably streaming some high quality content. She's probably, let's be honest, she's probably streaming this high quality content because she can't really go too long without the sultry summer tones that are the buttery bliss of her husband's voice on the YouTubes. So I'm going to keep an eye on the stream this time so I can actually see if it does go wrong. I'm just going to catch up to live here. Have we caught up? How are we looking? It does look as though it's got its act together a bit now. Thank you, Yank. Bijan. I did think it was Bijan in the initial, and I know that there were some tweaks done later on, and that is confirmed to have been done by Run DMC. So guys, great job, doing us proud. I'm going to go back up onto. Oh no, oh Jose, oh mate, let's jump on board. It's just the track. It's that track. Traction's not too bad. He's on the hards though, and that is a very unforgiving portion of the track. Onto the grass, bit of snack, bit of mid-race snack. Approaching, we're over the halfway point now. Again, I'm not a maths magician, so we're over halfway. If 35 by 2 is 17 and a half, isn't it? I think. Who cares? No one cares. Jose's still managed to hang on to P2 though. Very well done. Very quick recovery. Very impressive. Liquid Gecko though is coming up in P3. John P, thirsty boy, he's behind there, just having a bit of taste of the podium juice. Nintendo in a P4 and on lap 19 opts for a pit maneuver. Very well done there. Has managed to keep all the tyres on the track. Didn't do any pirouettes, no ballerina behaviours. Works fantastic. And another shout out to Quicks on the dark livery for Japan. Quicks, you did a great job, mate. The vehicles all did look fantastic. Nintendo on the intermediates. What we're going to go for Nintendo, I reckon we're probably going to go on to intermediates. Sorry, not intermediates, on to mediums. What do we think? We're going to get mediums? Are we going to master the exit of the pit? Is he going to get penalised for the exit. Seems like he was blessed. He's gone on to more intermediates. Okay, nice, good to see. The track is a bit moist. You can see there the moisture level is above the first line. Is that a third? Do we measure it in thirds? It's a bit wet. I guess as the excitement has sustained throughout the race, the moisture level has increased, as one would expect. Nintendo leading ahead of teammate Run DMC, just clearing some of that moisture away as he comes into that tight bend there, edging out onto the shoulder a little bit there, just outside the track limit, but it looks as though he's got away with it. I think the trick is to come off the throttle as you come out of the track limits, kicking up a bit of moisture there. Look at that car lean. Looks the vehicles do just look lovely. I'm not into cars, by the way, if that's why you're wondering why I'm so obsessed with all deliveries. I do like cars, but I don't like cars, if you catch my drift. Monsieur Keith now then coming through those the double left-handers, are we? Yeah, the double left-handers, and then into the right-hander as we come through under the Red Bull experiences. Is that a Porsche? That is a nice looking Porsche. Monsieur Keith coming through into the later corners. Sir Grinch chomping at the bit behind. Really, he looks like he's got a bit of a thirst. He's getting straight back into that mist. I'm sure he's got the facilities to be making sure the helmet is clear of any debris and unwarranted. Oh my goodness me! Oh mate, maybe there was a little bit too much spray on the old helmet. A bit too much moisture on the helmet can on occasion cause issues where it's not otherwise expected. But I feel like he's recovered quite well there. Vice 187 coming through T1 onto lap 21. Great control coming out of the corner. Also on the intermediates, rocking about, I would hazard a guess, probably around 47%. I don't know. I'm pulling numbers out of my derriere there. Just looking at the thing on the bottom where it says the petrol level. I'm assuming the middle is 50, so we're closer to it. That's probably got to be around 47, isn't it? 187 edging out, getting a bit of a taste of this nutritious Austrian grass. John P is coming through onto the happy day, being hounded up the rear. I don't know, probably non-consensually, actually. I would assume that John doesn't want AMAC in the rear, but unfortunately AMAC isn't taking no for an answer, and they are bearing down quite aggressively on John, and I wouldn't like to be John at this moment in time. Doesn't look like there's a great deal of time behind him. Jailhouse has gone into the pits. Let's see if Jailhouse managed his way into... Oh my god. Oh me, oh my. Look at this now. On board with Jailhouse. Comes out a little bit, goes out a little bit wide to the left, comes across, nearly clipped by Irish, gives it a bit too much beans, a little bit too many beans, mate. Slapped up his front end, his suspension's gone, aero's gone, he's going to get some tyres, going to get some fuel, going to get some repairs, mate. But your crew does look very cool in the black and the red contrast there. That guy looks as though he probably wants to revisit the health and safety training video. That is not how you hold something of that weight, mate. You want to have a strong base and not put too much strain on the lower back, because otherwise you're going to end up in the situation that Brum finds himself in his mid-30s, where sitting down for too long of a period results in some discomfort in areas that I would have expected to feel them when I was in my 20s. So yeah, if you are going to be lifting F1 refueling tanks, then please make sure you are fully familiar and fully up to date with your health and safety training videos, and you're signed off, because what we saw there just is unacceptable. Irish Liquid now has had a bit of a he's doing well there. He's got I'm never sure on what that bit means when it comes up in green and blue. I think that is that it's their best sector. So well done to you, Irish Liquid, mate. Look at that as well. That recovery there as the back end was just going, I'm gonna go, and Irish is saying, no, you ain't. Not today. Not today. We are coming through for a 118 stonking lap. I believe that was lap 19. There's a 19 and a 20 and a 19 and let's not overthink it. He's doing well. That was the best lap. Fantastic job there, mate. V8 is still leading up the front of the pack. Jose, the mist has dried up somewhat, so Jose, he may be experiencing a bit of thirst. He's hoping to pick up some of the droplets that may be pinging off at John, but John isn't. I think he's cutting him off. I think he's saying, Jose, you've had enough, mate. You ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here. If you can get out my rear view, mate, I'm trying to make sure that my hair's okay, and you're distracting me that close to my rear. Pumpkin there coming through. Quite again, everyone I feel has done a phenomenal job in practicing this track, because I've not seen. I may have just missed it, but for all the attempts at these rather challenging corners that I have witnessed, I've seen nothing short of some real stellar demonstration of absolute control and mastery of these vehicles, and they are some absolute beasts to drive. So credit to all involved at Red Bull on this weekend. Liquid Gecko having a great race here. Look at that. That was a 1:16.2. Wow. Run DMC asking Jailhouse to please move, get out of the way. Man's got to come through. Man's got red light on his car. It's like that. That's the way it is, bro. Just let me come and have a taste of that clean air. Nintendo sticking close to teammate Run DMC, having a good race here as well. We've got a 1:17.7 there on lap 21. Monsieur, what times are we looking at for Keith over there? He's had himself a 1:18.8. That's no 1:18.5 in 15 there. I probably should have got set up with Hector so that I could give you a bit more of an insight into the performance of all the drivers and the splits, etc. But as you can see, there's already been enough technical challenges on this Brum's first attempt at talking for a sustained period of time, whilst also making the words relevant to the images that are being viewed. So it's definitely much easier to watch this than it is to do it. Monsieur then on his 25th lap, coming through. Where are we? That is out of turn 1, coming up for their turn 2, and let's see how they make their approach into this tight right hand. Coming over to the right, all the way over to the left on the apex. I would say that probably the lack of traction on the lack of tread on the tyres at this stage probably proving a little bit problematic. And maybe wasn't giving him the level of confidence in that in the grip as he came through that corner, but still did a stellar job nonetheless. Well done, Monsieur. So Grinch, what's going on with you, mate? Are you doing okay? Let's have a little look. Got a bit of a distance there. The car behind, is that Vice directly behind? It is. Vice is he's chasing him. He's having a good look at that rear end. So Grinch is offering up a little drink there. Doesn't look like Vice was quite quick enough to suck down a few drops, but Grinch making sure he's got plenty of opportunity to quench that thirst. He's coming through these corners very aggressively, and Vice just needs to get a little bit more pace through there, and he's got himself a nice steady stream of mist that he can slurp up from Grinch, that I'm sure Grinch is happy for him to have. Let's see how he gets on with the entry into the pit. There we go. We just looks as though that it's just been absolute carnage, this track. Oh, what's happened? Who's this? What happened? Grinch, you picked up a penalty, mate. What happened there? Is it track limits? Track limits. Just pushing it to the absolute limit and then some. And the price for that was 1.5 seconds. Thank you very much. I'm sure you'll be happy to part with those, because you're not having a bad go at it here, to be completely fair. Phenomenal prowess over the inputs we're seeing through your demonstration. Vice then into the pits. Where are we? He's got about half of his tread left on the tyres, so I wonder, are we going straight back onto some more intermediates, or is it? Yep. Well, it looks like it's intermediates. Let's see what happens then when things decide to catch up. He's onto the softs. Very nice. So he's going to hopefully get 9 laps. If I do the quick maths, I think it's going to be 9 laps he's going to need. Now I think that was about what we were getting in the AN, about 9 laps on the softs. I may be completely misremembering, but my hands are still sweating. Arms are weak. Sorry, arms are heavy. Knees are weak. Haven't had any spaghetti, but yeah, it is quite nerve-wracking doing this. So I've forgotten what I was babbling on about as well. So let's leave that. Let's go and see what was that. Somebody has binned? No, that was just. I can't keep looking at all the bins. Let's go and see what's going on. Oh, liquid, mate. V8 eater. Just really not leaving much on the table from what I can see there. Jose has picked up the fastest lap. He's now got himself a 1:14.5. He has taken perhaps what we perhaps could refer to as a toilet break, maybe a comfort break. He's permitted himself to have all over that fastest lap that was up until that point owned by a V8 eater. But I'm sure as the race progresses through the remainder of this 35 lapper at Red Bull, we may still see V8 go and knock him back off the podium for that. Oh, the humanity! What have we got there? Who is this now? What's happened? We got some carnage, more carnage. Oh mate! Oh mate! It's them softs. He's on the softs. He's got mud on the tyres. There's wet. There's grass. Jailhouse is. I guess giving him a friendly pat on the back. Come on, mate. Come on, mate. Follow me, mate. You'll be all right, mate. You've got no damage though, mate. So you've at least got that going for you. The softs look like they might be bedding in a bit now. I can't see what the temperatures are. It looks as though a bit of traction has come back on. But you can see the track is very wet. You can see those little patches throughout where, unfortunately, certain areas may be a little moister than others. Personally, I like my moisture to be consistent. I like to know where the moisture is going to be, and I am pleased when I find it. But the thing is, you don't want moisture to be in places where you don't expect it and where you otherwise wouldn't want it. I don't need to spell that out for anyone, but yeah, moisture in the wrong place is certainly going to ruin anybody's day at the races. V8 to then in P1 as he's coming through the second half of that fat left-hander. He is having is that a best section throughout? Just continuously pushing the envelope. Up, frozen at 37.41. I am making a regular attempt to keep turning my eyes to the right. I'm learning, so I've caught that. We've only managed to get less than a minute out from. You've just had a minute of me chatting babble without anything to look at, so I'm sorry. Let's go and fix this. I think, and it pains me to say because I should know better, but in all of the flap that was the preparation for this evening, the one thing that I didn't do that I kept telling myself to do was to go and get myself a Cat 5 cable, a Cat 6, a Cat 7. I've got Cat's cables. I've got 3 cats. I've got cats coming out of orifices that you probably don't even realize exist. But I've got so many, and stupidly, I didn't allow myself the time before the stream went live to go and grab the cabling. So that is my fault. I apologize. I'm just going to update on the stream here, so I am live myself, and I can see that things are there. We are. So we've got V8 eater, an up close and personal view of the P1, the 999 with the. I can't quite make out the helmet, and I am plugged in, so I'm not going to lean forward to try and see that because we'll probably destroy the entire stream. So we're just going to hit play. V8 eater in P1 as we come through T1. Behind him we have. Oh, what have I done there? Who's behind? Oh, okay. It's who is that? That was Run DMC. He's obviously thirsting for the pole source. V8 eater is he does have an abundance of pole source. He's kicking it up where possible, but not all sections of the track are allowing for the pole source to be divvied out amongst the racers on track here. Pumpkin going in at the end of I think the beginning of lap 29. Switch out of the tyres. Look at that, the traction going up there from about a quarter, a third, or a fifth. He's onto the softs, and a nice exit out of the pit there. Very well done, Pumpkin. Nicely done. Kick up a bit of track source for everybody that might be coming through turn one. Very courteous of you. Jose still holding it down with the fastest lapper as a 1:14.5. Pride of Mexico there. V8 Eater still in P1 with a 1:14.5. It makes you sick. I mean, if you want to see where to go to understand at what standard you need to be at to be getting these sorts of times, look no further as he's leading out in front. Perhaps it's time for V8 Eater to move on into another division that is more. In fact, V8 Eater, all of you guys up at the top here, your times you are doing fantastic work. And obviously I'm jealous. That's all that is. I admire your fantastic demonstration of pure track knowledge and control over the inputs as you may have them, whichever type of inputs you may be using. Jose in now P3 into turn one on lap 30. He's got a tasty amount. Oh, Grinch! Just going to say, Jose's got a tasty bit of meat on those bones there. He's going to be okay, I think, for the remaining 5 laps. But Grinch, oh mate, it's just been one of them, isn't it? It's just one of them, and unfortunately, I think problem being that same corner, very late. Good, yeah, onto the gas. Is that what's done it? Yeah. Ooh, a bit on the curb. I wonder if it was maybe just maybe a bit too many beans. We all know what happens with too many beans, and they've soiled Sir Grinch's doubloons. Doubloons? What's the word I'm thinking of? The old-timey word for pants. Looks like he might have had a bit too many beans that have a bit of an excess fibre. He's maybe soiled where he didn't want there to be any. V8 Eater demonstrating pure control through T1 again. Liquid Gecko coming through now under the banner as we're approaching the end of there. Are they? Yeah, they're on their lap 30. They've pulled in a recent 1:15.5. Fantastic work. Jose also making his approach through to the later corners now on lap 30. Pumpkin, where are we, Pumpkin? Coming through under behind Vice, making a great show of that there, gents. Getting some really good visuals here. Really chomping at the bit there. Look at this. Oh, he's had to go out wide. I'd imagine that's probably down to either maybe trying to make sure that he wasn't going to cause any damage to the car in front, trying to pick a side to go, went for the outside maybe as he lost a bit of traction. Oh, I think that's just perhaps a preemptive stomp on the brakes to make sure he didn't impede or damage the vehicle in front. Fantastic demonstration of control there, Pumpkin, but does look as though it gave you a bit of a slip out onto the outer limits, but you look to have gotten away with it, so well done. Nintendo, did we just, no, never mind. Nintendo now coming into their lap 31, really pushing the limits of what these tyres can deal with. And who was that there out onto the outer limits of the track? Where are we? I'm all over the shop. Boys. Let's go back. Let's get on board. Who was that? What's happened? We're coming into T1, and who is that? That is Grinch. I wonder, Grinch, is this down to some of the challenges that your vehicle are facing? Have you got? Yeah, there we are. We've got some damage to the front, and with these vehicles, and you know, with the level of okay. So I think then this is from earlier on in the race. He's just been carrying that damage through. I'm not going to go and find it because we're already chopping and changing throughout, and I'm probably making a few of you sick with my jumps back and forth throughout, but just trying to make sure we all get some screen time with Brum at the wheel. John P is chasing down Sir Grinch, followed very closely by Monsieur Keith, but he's gone off. I think he's heard Heard about the rest of the team. Really enjoying their mid-race snacks on this Red Bull Austrian grass that has been so lovingly catered for by the groundsman. If those same groundsmen could also maybe spend a little bit of time just sweeping off a bit of the moistness from the track, then I think everybody would be grateful. I think everybody would prefer to have their grass at the time that they choose to, and not improv. We like to do things in accordance with the schedule, not being sent out into the dinner hall for a quick snack when it wasn't intended. Jailhouse Chris then coming through into the second half of this big left hand, making light work of that as he comes through into the right hander under the banner, coming through into the later corners, approaching the end of what would be lap 28 here. I realise that I've probably jumped back a little through my jumping around. As we go back up to the front of the pack, V8 Ita is at lap 32 now, still holding strong at the front. Jose has nabbed the fastest lap, and he is now boasting a 1:13.8. Absolutely absurd. Phenomenal job you guys are doing here, and really showing what it takes to be the best of the best at this level on these tracks, in these conditions, on these vehicles. Really got to take my hat off to you guys. You're doing a fantastic job out here in these conditions. Newfound respect, honestly, to be looking at it with this level of focus. I really do appreciate everything that you guys are doing. You're doing a fantastic job of really showing what it takes to keep these whips under your mastery. Liquid Gecko as they're coming through under the Happy Day. Rauch there, coming through that tight. Is that a hairpin? I think that's almost a hairpin, but not quite. It's a very tight one. We do like a tight one. Too tight can be a problem on occasion. Now, some people think that when they're too wide, that's actually a bad thing. But when you've actually spent some years out in the world, you do become aware that certain looseness is actually a positive. So take that with you. That is free. Jose in third, having a good old sip of the Irish liquid there as he's kicking that up off the track, available for anybody who may want to suck that one down. Pumpkin, really looking strong out here. He's got his tyres are in fantastic condition. I've got to say, they look like they've hardly done any work, but clearly they've been pushed, because Pumpkin is really slamming through here. We're getting some 1:15.1s, and then their best time there is 1:15.07. Tyres clearly warmed up. The weight has dropped significantly as we're getting into the later stages. We're looking at maybe 23% in the tank, and then followed closely by Run DMC, Nintendo in 6, Vice in 7, AMAC in 8, Monsieur Keith crossing the line to start lap 32 in P9, followed closely by Sir Grinch, still sporting that downforce damage, and oh mate, I mean, you don't need me to say anything. Let's have a look and see who else is coming through here. Run DMC and John through T1. John, great job there, mate. Jailhouse as he comes through, shows what he's made of. Has a little lick of that curb. Says no, thank you. I'm full. That's enough for me. I'm off. An Irish liquid there, following up closely, kicking up a bit of sauce for the rest of the guys that may be coming through. It's going to be probably V8 Eater in the P1 coming through. I don't know if it's still going to be up in the air. Oh, and who's spun there? Who is that? Who have I just seen done a little spin? That is Jose. What happened, Jose? We're looking for traction. The tread on the softs is looking a little bit worse. Where comes through into turn one. Good line. It comes out on the throttle, and it's just what I'm going to say. It's too many beans. Too much moist, and unfortunately that is a combination for nightmare. And as we can see, as out of turn 3 or 4, this other type one, Sir Grinch again. I'm not gonna give you more airtime of going into a spin, mate. We know that you make that spin look phenomenal. Really quite impressed that you hold in that position through all of the dance maneuvers that you are demonstrating for us. So thank you for those wonderful moves. That does sound as though he was up to some more slipping and a sliding, but he's managed to hold it down. Jailhouse coming through under the banner Irish following around through into the coming up into his big left hand. And V8 Eater still leading the pack. Jose now on a 113.2. Jose, mate, really showing us what it takes, really showing what you can do when you know what you're doing. And he's doing it on, what's this, like 50% tread on the fronts, somewhere around there. But you got to say it's most likely got to be the real lift on the weight really helping through in these later stages to get that extra time through into the later laps. So we've now got V8 on the final lap, and he's managed to bin it on the big left hand, and he's demonstrating again some fantastic racetrack etiquette there, making sure he's not getting things moving again before he knows that the next car is safely round him, and he's managed to get back on the straight and narrow just before our Run DMC boy comes through from Bokerstein. A bit wide there, but I'm sure he's going to get away with that. And even if he does get a penalty, I'm sure he's got the oh no mate, oh no mate, oh no mate, oh we don't need to send him on that. V8 here taking home the first. Sorry, he's taken home P1. He's really held it down all the way through here. Absolutely deserved. Liquid Gecko coming through in second place. Jose closing out the race in P3, having a little sip on John as he comes through. Thank you very much, John. Pumpkin, how you doing, mate? Pumpkin's coming through the big left hands, just having one more taste of that nutritious Austrian green as he comes through under the banner and flies around for these last few turns to cross the finish line. I'm assuming he's going to maintain position and hold out for a P4 for a finish. I seem to have missed Nintendo crossing the line in 5th. Pumpkin gets 4th. AMAC there in 8th. And where are we? Monsieur Keefe grabs P9. There we go, coming through onto the final straight. P9 for Monsieur Keefe. John P picks up P10. Grinchin P11. Jailhouse gets 12, and that apparently is the end of the replay. I didn't stop that. I somehow apparently managed to time that just at the moment that it was going to end. So thank you everyone for showing up. Thank you for bearing with me through all of the technical woes that have given me a fantastic amount of moisture for my hands. I'm now going to go and dry them off. I'm going to have a bit of dinner. I'm probably going to put the remainder of this Red Bull in the fridge actually, because it is now 9:30 p.m. In Old South Wales. The sun is about to set on this. What is it now? It's a Wednesday afternoon. Sorry, I didn't get the replay up as early as I would like, but here we are. We did it. We made it. Brum did it. Thank you, Apex. Appreciate it. Thank you all for joining me. I've thoroughly enjoyed doing this actually. Webbo, I'm pretty sure you're probably going to be watching this, mate. So take my hat off to you again. I had 2 hats on for this very purpose. I've now taken them both off. Massive respect for you holding it down on the regular with this. Anybody who thinks that they could just jump in and come and do this, it's a challenge. Phil, thank you very much. Appreciate it. I'm going to go and have myself a bit of scran, as they say. This has been Brum. This has been Red Bull in Austria. I hope you've enjoyed the show. And maybe I'll see you at some point in the future if Webbo decides that he needs to go and take another couple of weeks of skiving. And yeah, Grinch, thank you, mate. Appreciate you all. And I shall see you on the next one.